How can you get more done in less time and have more time left over for things that you enjoy? So the easiest way to do this is to focus. And I remember listening to a podcast episode once where the host had on someone who worked at a very big accounting firm, maybe one of the big four accounting firms. And the guest said, look, at some point I figured out that if I did really focused work for like 2 hours a day, or maybe even less, it really wasn't very much, he would get more done than most other people. So he would just make sure that he turned off all his notifications, didn't look at his phone, put himself in lock himself up basically somewhere where the only thing he could do was do the most important work. And he would do that, and then I think he would spend like 1 day a week essentially doing this, and then he would spend the rest of the week working on his own projects. And his own projects included creating some companies that have become quite successful and quite big now. And of course he was getting paid very handsomely because he worked at one of these big accounting firms, right? And you can do the same. It doesn't have to be that extreme. But if you're really honest with yourself, if you're in a corporate job right now, would you get the same amount done that you do now if you only work in a very focused way for 1.5 hours a day? My guess is that you would, because I hear this all the time from people. You spend so much time in the office reading the news, browsing Facebook, talking to your coworkers, responding to emails, and then you kind of work, but you do a little bit of work and then you get distracted, you do a little bit more work and you get distracted. But actually, if you just sit down and really, really get your head into like a thorny issue that you're supposed to solve, working 1.5 hours a day very productively might be plenty for you to get great reviews from all your managers and to be a really valuable addition to your company. And you can spend the rest of the time doing things that are good for you, not only for the company or not specifically for the company. You can spend the time looking for a better job, starting your own business, developing a skill, right? Having fun, taking a break. Taking a break is trickier when you work in an office, but seriously, you should try this. And I got onto this when I first read Cal Newport's book, Deep Work, where he essentially argues, look, the work that's the most important, that you'll be rewarded the most for, is hard, important work that you really need to focus for and that you cannot do if you have distractions in your life. And it's so true. Please try this. Tomorrow, when you get to the office, right? Shut out every single distraction. Put away your phone, put it out of arm's reach, right? Don't get up as you're working. Work for 1.5 hours straight on the thing that's the most important, not the most urgent, but the most important thing that you could do, and see how much progress you can make in 1.5 hours. And then give yourself the rest of the day off. Just do whatever you want for the rest of the day. And you'll see that you'll get plenty of stuff done. And this is just amazing when you have this realization, how much progress you can make in your life, because you're freeing up so much time, you're freeing up so much energy, and you'll be a lot more relaxed. So I would love for you to give this a try, right? And tell me how it works for you. Or if you've already realized that you can do this, I would love for you to tell me what you're doing with all that extra free time that you have. So go try it out. Good luck, and let me know.